Steve Rogers, Thor, X-Men, Wakandan Fantastic Four. Only one of these trailers can reign supreme. Which one will it be? What's crackin', my fellow rock and rollers? Today we are going to be ranking the 4 Avengers Doomsday trailers from worst to best. Let's begin. When the rumors first started coming out in early December about how Marvel would be releasing 4 separate trailers in theaters in front of Avatar Fire and Ash for Avengers Doomsday, I was a bit skeptical. Why would they release 4 separate trailers? How would they do it, etc.? Well, now that the trailers have all been released in recent weeks, I sort of see what Marvel's doing. The Russo brothers came out recently after the latest trailer, the Wakanda one, and they had this to say: what you've been watching for the last 4 weeks are not teasers or trailers, they are stories, they are clues, pay attention. That quote makes sense when you watch all the trailers. Each trailer gives you a clue as to what is going to happen in Doomsday, but some fun questions I have are, which trailer was the best, and which trailer gives us the most clues? Let's get started with the trailer that I believe to be the weakest, and that's the Wakanda and Fantastic Four one. I already did a video about my brief thoughts about how it feels a bit off because of the T'Challa absence, but in this video I'll talk about the trailer itself. The trailer didn't really reveal much. The biggest moment that happened was the Thing meeting M'Baku, which we knew was going to happen at some point. Characters are going to cross over and meet. The other parts of the trailer were fine. It was mainly Shuri talking about how her people, the Wakandans, need to prepare for the afterlife, indicating a huge threat is looming. One detail I didn't notice when I first saw the trailer, but I saw some people online talking about it, and when I saw them saying this, it made sense. That detail is, you can definitely tell that there's been some characters that have been edited out of some shots, which is nothing new to Marvel as they've done this before countless times. Take this shot of Shuri for example. You can tell by her placement in the frame that there's more people in this shot on her left and her right. Who those characters are have yet to be revealed. I assume it's probably going to be another hero, because if it was another Wakandan, why not just show them since you already have M'Baku and some others you see in the trailer. The other shot of the Thing at the end is another big indicator of people missing. You're telling me that only the Thing is meeting M'Baku and Shuri? Really? No one else from the Fantastic Four group? I've seen some comments speculate that it could even be Doom himself that's there with him, since there's rumors that he's on the ship entering the universe during the end credit scene of Thunderbolts. That's just a rumor, not confirmed, so we don't know, but nonetheless, the trailer didn't get me as hyped as some of the others, and that's why it's in last place. The trailer that's in third place would have to be the Steve Rogers trailer. I already did a full video on my channel breaking down my thoughts on the trailer itself and speculating how/why Rogers returns, so I won't say much here. Go watch that video if you're curious about my in-depth analysis. I think it's really interesting that he's coming back. It makes sense that he is, since, let's be honest, Doomsday is a desperate course correction move from Marvel, and I'm not blaming them. The route they were heading down with the whole Kang multiverse saga was not going to end well. Remember how there were supposed to be 2 Avengers movies in 2025? Thank God that didn't happen, and those poor special effects people can sleep peacefully at night now. The Russo brothers have come out and said that it was always the plan to bring Steve back, which I doubt that, but whatever, that's what they said. And apparently it's not just for some small cameo. Apparently it's for a big main role, so that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. This was the first trailer that was leaked and put out, and I remember the day it leaked on X. That day was wild. I think it would have been more shocking if they did something other than a slow burn, melancholy type trailer. We all knew Chris Evans was going to be in Doomsday in some capacity, and I think they could have done more to add to the hype. Having a slow burn trailer with some scenery shots, then revealing Steve as a father as a big reveal didn't hit 100% for me personally. Maybe it did for you. The trailer just shows that Steve is back and that's it. It doesn't give us any clues as to how though. Obviously, it's going to have to do with something with time travel or a different universe, coming into play, since he was in the past last time we saw him, so we'll see what happens. Him being a father is very curious to me, and the trailer showing that is interesting. It makes you wonder if his child, or him being a father, is going to be a reason why he's back in action. We'll see what happens. The trailer that's in second place has got to be the Thor one. When I first saw the leaked version, I was a bit underwhelmed, like, okay, that's it. It's just Thor in a forest praying about protecting his daughter and that's it. But after watching it a few more times since it's been officially released, I really dig it. The main reason is I love the tone that they went with this trailer for Thor, and if this is any indication as to how he will be portrayed in the movie, then sign me up. Serious Thor is way better than funny, goofy Thor in my opinion. Ragnarok was the first time they experimented with changing Thor's personality, and I liked that film for the most part. It was a good shake-up for the character that was going stale. Then Infinity War came around, and the Russos created arguably the best version of Thor we've had on screen. It struck the perfect balance of seriousness with some quippiness, mainly the scenes with him and Rocket. The character went a bit downhill, you can argue in Endgame with Fat Thor and all, but it made sense story-wise with him being depressed about not killing Thanos, etc. Then came Love and Thunder, which went way too far goofy. So much so, I didn't even see it. I just saw some clips and watched reviews and thought, yeah, that's good enough. Hemsworth himself came out after Love and Thunder was released and said that they went a bit too far with the goofiness of the character, and if he had the chance to come back, Thor would have to be serious again. And it seems that he got his wish. This trailer is the perfect example of showing little but saying a lot. You could look at this trailer and think it's just a dude praying, what gives, but I think that's the best part. This isn't just a regular random person, this is the God of Thunder himself on his knees praying to the All-Father to give him strength to fight, and get back to his daughter who he loves more than anything. For one, it shows that Thor is back to being serious and saying he needs to get all the strength he can for the coming conflict. I love the Shakespearean dialogue that they gave Thor, it works perfectly. The other part is, this trailer shows how much of a threat Doom is going to be. He is having a literal god on his knees praying, showing you how dangerous Dr. Doom is going to be to the heroes. With all three trailers ranked, Wakanda in last place, then Steve, then Thor, we now come to my favorite trailer, and that is hands down the X-Men one. This trailer is just straight up awesome. It seems it's the trailer that most people agree is the best, and I 100% agree. From seeing the X-Mansion again, seeing Charles and Magneto portrayed by Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen again, to the amazing score, and of course, the money shot. James Marsden, Cyclops himself, finally getting the chance to shine in his classic blue suit, blasting his Omega beams at full power, going hard as fuck. Yes! Hell yes! Seriously, why didn't Bryan Singer go with the classic blue suit? He imagined it looking like this and thought, nah, make it black and leather. I really hope Cyclops isn't the only returning X-Men to get a comic accurate suit. I have a feeling he's not, which is going to be so awesome to see. Nostalgia isn't the only thing this trailer does well. The score, like I mentioned before, is so good. It has a triumphant yet ominous sound to it. I love the slight choir like, ha ha, it has in it. And even better, you can hear a bit of the 97 theme in it.
Who will you be?
And the quote that Magneto says to Charles is just bone-chilling.
Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Death comes for us all. That's all I know for sure. The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who would you be when you close your eyes? Tell me that's not a boss quote right there. Much like the Thor trailer, this trailer alludes to the threat that the heroes are going up against, being Doom. How the X-Men factor into the plot remains a mystery, but obviously it's going to have to deal with some type of universe jumping of some kind. Something is going down in that universe because the X-Mansion looks old and disheveled, and it looks like, I believe, are Sentinels walking behind Cyclops. Maybe they're fighting the X-Men or something, who knows? It could be that, or it could be something else. Now, what I'm about to say could be considered a spoiler, so just be warned, but this is a heavy rumor going around. It's not 100% confirmed yet, just speculation, but you've been warned. There's one big rumor going around that Doom and the Fantastic Four arrive on Earth 616 in the MCU, what we see at the end of Thunderbolts. They gather all the heroes and explain to them that they all need to work together to stop the multiverse incursions from happening. Incursions being when two universes collide, only one can survive or they both go extinct. Having been told this knowledge, the heroes travel to the X-Men universe, which is said to be the spot of the next incursion, and they try to stop it. However, neither group, the Avengers or the X-Men, are willing to decide which universe to sacrifice, and they decide to think of a new way to win and save both universes. Doom doesn't like this and says he'll be the one to step up and decide, and the heroes disagree, and then that sets everything off and they have to stop him. That's not 100% confirmed, and I'm missing out small details. Each report's a bit different, but it makes sense from everything we've seen so far in the trailers. Whatever the plot is, these 4 trailers are an interesting way of dropping clues, some trailers more than others, but each trailer is a good indication of what we could expect to see in Avengers Doomsday. Whatever happens, Doomsday is shaping up to be a wild ride that we might not be ready for. But the most important question is, what are your guys' thoughts? Which trailer did you like the best, and which one do you think tells us the most about what's going to happen? Please like and subscribe and comment below to tell me your thoughts.